interested.
going.
You guys are doing this event. We're getting opportunity to break the crates open, and then say like Ethan here is going to be able to tell us about about the research that went into this display they're doing in Boston.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds perfect.
All right, you ready?
Yep. We're going.
Oh, well, we're live here. Welcome, everybody. It's December 16th, 250th anniversary of the Boston Tea Party, or the destruction of the tea, as they're describing it here. And it's kind of a neat little interactive thing they're doing where people can get an opportunity to get up and take a few whacks at a tea chest and break it open. But these aren't just any tea chests. They're actually pretty well documented and researched. And we're joined here by Ethan, who's dressed out from the time period. He's going to tell us a little bit about what the work that they've done to put this display up.
Well, first off, I can't take too much credit for it, but various individuals, some of whom are here today, have spent years researching how this tea was packaged in the 18th century. And so we've got historically accurate boxes, right? And you can see significantly, if you look at those that are already being busted open, that gray sort of stuff, for those of you watching live, that's actually a lead lining. So a sheet metal company in New Hampshire got this tea together and packed it with that very correct lead lining. And so what you're seeing here today, all this tea all over the place, this U-Haul full of tea. It's about 2,700 some odd pounds of tea. It's about a 30th of what they destroyed here in Boston today, 250 years ago. They ended up breaking open, destroying about 92,000 pounds of various types of tea. And I feel like Americans today have a hard time understanding, like, why was this such a big deal, right? And it's all on the box, okay? We call it the Boston Tea Party. They didn't call it that, like Mark was saying. They called it the destruction of the tea because it was a political protest and a very illegal, violent one at that. So let me explain. What you have here on the chest is the whole story of the supply chain for tea going into 1775. Here you have the number of the crates, the type of tea, all sorts of information in Mandarin. All of this tea is coming from China, coming out of a port on the east coast of China called Canton. It's the only place Westerners are allowed to trade. Okay? And so that's the start of the supply chain. That's Chinese. Here you have the British East India Company stamp, okay? That's the company that is the only company that can legally export tea from China, import it to the British Empire, okay? That's the chest right there, chest number 2202. This is the type of tea that it is. So that's Ceylon tea. It's just a type of tea. And this is tare weight, so that's the weight of the crate, so that when it goes through customs, they figure out how many pounds is it. It's whatever's inside. Now, this little L, that's the key to what happened in 1773. That stands for London. That means it's passed through British customs. And this Tea Act that we all think about wasn't actually a tax. It was a law that allowed the British East India Company to sell their tea directly to retailers in North America rather than going through a third party. That made East India Company tea cheaper than smuggled tea, and many Americans saw that as sort of a bribe to get them to pay that infamous tax on tea that had already been passed. That's why they do this dangerous and illegal thing of destroying close to $1.5 million in today's money for the public. It's all in this little box.
And yeah, it's amazing to be able to see what that all means. And then, like I said, to give people the opportunity to participate in this destruction of the tea, to get an understanding of what they actually did, and even get a little souvenir too. From the Boston Tea Party. But thank you very much, Ethan. Appreciate it. All right,
Let's
keep tuning
continue,
live with
guys.
us. All right.